I'm going to give you a tour of a motorcycle that's headed out to Alaska. You may think that this is a grueling trip, which it may turn out to be, but I'll show you some of the conveniences on modern bikes so that you can see that it's not as bad as you might think. The one I'm going to be showing you is my bike, which is a Honda GL 1800. It's a 2008 model. I bought it used for this trip, and as you can see, it's got some bling on it, some chrome, nice part for footboards, so you can have a place to set your whole foot. This is passengers as well. The seats here and here are heated, and the back one has its own control right here, so you can turn the heat on for that. There's a microphone and intercom connection here so that you can connect with the driver or hear the music playing on the radio. This seat back here is also very cushy. I've got a backrest to help with some of the strain of long rides. Up here you can see this is our navigation, so that you can lay out your plan and it will show you the directions to go. This in the middle here is, of course, the control panel for the audio, for the radio. CB, which I do not have, intercom, which works, navigation, which does very well, presets for some of the radio stations, and some auxiliary in case I want to plug in a CD, or if I want to do auxiliary like plugging in my phone or iPod so that I can play the music through the system. It will come out on the speakers up here, or it will come out through my connection to my helmet, which is here. And then the helmet, of course, has its own microphone, and I plug in so that you can connect it up, and it plays the music inside. Works well. Some other conveniences are here, which is grip heaters. So it warms these heaters, these grips I should say, while you're driving, and helps to keep your hands warm in an environment where it's cooler. This is the front seat heater, so that it heats the driver's seat. Here is cruise control, so you push this in and hit either set or excel or coast. That works pretty well. Keeps you from having fatigue, having to hang on to this grip the whole time. This is an interesting one that I didn't know about until recently, which was reverse. These bikes weigh a considerable amount, so reverse helps you to get out of a parking space or a tight spot that you wouldn't normally be able to go to. You push this button and hit this, and it runs it on a little electric motor. Works well. Over here we have some of the zoom in and zoom out for the display that you'll see up here. So I want to see it a little better. I want a horn, which really sounds like a car. It's got two good sized horns on it. Works very well. This is turn signals. This is tuning the radio, so I don't have to reach down here to do it. This is increasing and decreasing the volume. Bright lights, regular, and also the CB controls, which I do not have. A nice thing that came with the bike was a cup holder. That'll be good for keeping me hydrated while I'm riding. This here in the windshield is a vent for air conditioning. I know it sounds odd for air conditioning on a motorcycle, but it works pretty well. And these little fins off to the side work tremendously well. They you can get the air to flow in on you and keep you nice and cool, or there are other options to keep you warmer. This one is one of them. This opens two vents down below the motor. You can see them down here, and they help keep your feet warm. There are two other vents here which you open up to keep your shins warm, and the rest of it you keep the fins here pointing away from you, which helps to keep the heat off the engine in your general location. Works well. These levers here and here are to release so that you can raise or lower the windshield. I don't mess with that because I've got it right where I want it, so that's a good thing to have. Other than that, I think that about covers it. Mine does happen to have a hitch on the back. You can see the hitch receiver there. I don't have anything to pull, so I'm not going to use it, but I have it mounted just in case I need it. And I'll even open up the trunk so you can see what we're looking at in here. We've got a considerable amount of space. I've got a rain suit, a little light jacket for right now, some gloves. I haven't gotten it packed yet, so we're not ready to go. And of course, our trip mascot, Captain Colonial, given to me by some friends in Florida. So that one works well, will hold a lot. Whoop. This one is the right side bag. I've got a bike cover in here, and I'll be storing some other materials to help with the trip. And this other side is the same thing, just reversed, and it actually has a strap in it for a tool pouch, which I don't have, but I'm going to make and bring it with me so we have something to work with. Two little cubbies back here just below the passenger speakers. Oh brother, another one over here below the passenger speaker, armrest for the passenger, and as you can see, that seat for the passenger is really cushy. Tour around the bike, you can see that we've got lights out here to help make us more visible. The two headlights are on all the time to help us more visible. Down here are fog lights, which come on separately. Dual discs in the front. These are highway pegs, we call them. This is where you put your feet when you're cruising down the highway for a while and you want to stretch out. Works well. And that's about it. Radio antenna. Anyways, nice bike. Much more comfortable than you would have seen in the past. Pretty cushy seat here too, so it'll work well. I'll catch you later. Close-up view of the navigation screen. When you want to put navigation on, you push that button and hit this other button on the side, and it'll show you that. Then you have a menu that you can go to and pick the places that you want to go and go from there. So it'll take you about anywhere you want to go, and I've just updated all the navigation screen on it, so it should be good to go. And let's see if we can get it to go back to here. And there's several screen infos that you can have. It shows you the temperature, shows you oh, I forgot to tell you that has electric shocks in the back, so you can raise and lower depending on your load. So when there's 2 passengers, I raise it up. When there's 1 passenger, I take it down. As you can see, it'll go down. Makes it a little more comfortable ride. Another advantage of the bike. And then we have a couple of different screens that we can look at. Odometers, of course, mileage, as you can see there, and then back to navigation. Slick item.